Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving deep right into the heart of the Two Towers, picking up where we left off, with the Fellowship shattered. It's like a literary detective mission, but with a lot more orcs and maybe a tad less pipeweed, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely a bit more intense than solving a mystery in a cozy armchair.
Right. So, the big question is, where is everyone now? What happened to Boromir? What choices are Frodo and the others making? We've got Ents to think about, a mysterious white wizard, dangers lurking near Mordor. It's a lot to unpack.
It is, and each of these threads you've mentioned has major implications for the story going forward.
Yeah.
This second book really delves into the consequences of the Fellowship breaking apart, how our heroes are scattered across Middle-earth, which itself is, changing rapidly.
Yeah, it's like everything's in flux, and those choices they're making now, they're going to have ripple effects, not just for them, but for, whole nations.
Exactly. The fate of Middle-earth hangs in the balance.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start with Boromir. It's tough to revisit his death at the beginning of the Two Towers. Defending Merry and Pippin from those orcs. Talk about a heroic ending. But, it makes you think, what does his death tell us about the ring's power?
Right. It's easy to see it as purely heroic, but we have to remember what led up to it. He just, moments before, succumbed to the ring's temptation himself, almost attacked Frodo.
Yeah, that was intense.
It really underscores just how insidious the ring is. It can corrupt even the most noble hearts. It's like a stark warning, almost a premonition of what Frodo's up against.
Definitely. And Aragorn, man, his grief over Boromir, you can just feel it, right? It's more than just losing a comrade.
Absolutely. It reveals the weight of responsibility he now feels. He's not just grieving a friend. He's acutely aware that the quest's success rests on his shoulders now.
That's a heavy burden to carry.
And then there's the added layer of mystery, right?
Mm-hmm.
Aragorn keeps Boromir's last words secret.
Ooh, that's intriguing.
It hints that there's something deeper going on, something beyond just a random orc attack. Makes you wonder about Aragorn's own motivations, too.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so the Fellowship is already down one member, right? And then, bam, things get even more complicated. Aragorn, Legolas, Gimli, they find the missing boat and realize, oh no, Frodo and Sam have gone off on their own toward Mordor. What's with that sudden decision?
Well, think about it. Frodo's just witnessed Boromir's struggle. This is a turning point, a realization of just how powerful and corrupting the ring is. This isn't just fear of orcs anymore.
It's a deeper understanding of the danger he's carrying.
Right, maybe even a subconscious understanding.
Taking on that burden alone, that's a desperate move. But I guess it kind of makes sense given everything that's happened.
It does. And meanwhile, you've got Merry and Pippin, captured by orcs. Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli, they don't waste any time. Set off in pursuit.
And their chase leads them straight into Éomer and the Riders of Rohan. I love how Éomer observes that the world's become strange, right?
Yeah, it perfectly captures the changing times. Elves and dwarves together, the return of a legendary sword. It's like the old world is breaking down, and something new, something uncertain is taking its place.
The reforging of Andoril, that's such a powerful image, It's not just a weapon.
Exactly. It's a beacon, a symbol of Aragorn stepping into his destiny, embracing his heritage.
Wow, that gives me chills. Okay, so this pursuit takes them to the edge of Fangorn Forest, a place of mystery, ancient power. Aragorn decides to enter, despite warnings, and things get really interesting really fast.
Entering Fangorn is a leap of faith, driven by intuition and necessity. And it's within this ancient wood that they encounter Gandalf the White.
Whoa, his power, his wisdom, it's like amplified, right? And he's back from the dead, basically, after that battle with the Balrog. It's a game changer.
It is. This isn't just Gandalf returning, it's a more potent force, a beacon of hope against the encroaching darkness. His presence signals a shift in the fight against Sauron.
Yeah, talk about timing. But hold on. While all this is going on, Merry and Pippin are dealing with their own mess. Captured by orcs, right in the heart of the enemy ranks.
It's a fascinating glimpse into Orcish society, right? We see their fear of sunlight, the Nazgul, the internal conflicts between Ugluk, representing Saruman, and Grishnak, who seems to have different allegiances.
It's like even Mordor is in a united front.
Exactly.
And Pippin, clever little hobbit, he picks up on these divisions, engineers an escape, right in the middle of a Rohirrim attack. Talk about chaos.
Pure chaos.
And they stumble right into Fangorn Forest, meet Treebeard, a giant Ent, and then things get really wild at the Ent moves. Can you tell us what exactly is an Entmu?
Well, it's this gathering of Ents, these ancient tree shepherds. They're deciding their role in the coming conflict. It's a pivotal event. We learn about their deep connection to the forest, their slow, deliberate nature.
I love how Tolkien describes them, these ancient beings, so different from the fast-paced world around them.
And their sorrow over the lost Entwives, their gardens. It adds another layer of complexity to their story.
It's heartbreaking, really.
It is.
But Merry and Pippin, small as they are, they play a surprisingly big role in getting the events to act right. Their
Mhm.
passion, their concern for the forests, it's contagious.
It is. It's the Hobbit's perspective, their understanding of the threat to nature that resonates with Treebeard and the other Ents.
They help the Ents see the bigger picture, how dangerous Saruman's industrialization really is.
Right. Their voices, small as they may seem, act as a catalyst, urging the Ents to take a stand,
And boom, the Ents march on Isengard. It's like a force of nature unleashed.
a force to be reckoned with. And Merry and Pippin even witness the departure of Saruman's army, followed by the Huorns, those mysterious tree-like creatures. Chilling stuff.
Talk about ominous. And in the middle of all this, Gandalf arrives at Isengard, ready for his final showdown with Saruman. This isn't just a magical duel, right?
No, it's a clash of ideologies, a battle for the soul of Middle-earth. Gandalf, representing hope and balance, he actually offers Saruman a chance to redeem himself.
Really? That's surprising.
But Saruman, corrupted by power and pride, refuses. And that seals his fate.
Wow. So we've got Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli on one side, the Ents rising up on another, Gandalf's back and more powerful than ever. But what about Frodo and Sam? They're on their own perilous journey, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely. While the others are on the front lines, Frodo and Sam are on a more covert but equally crucial mission. They're deep in the Dead Marshes, guided by the, well, let's just say, interesting Gollum, and their path that leads straight toward Mordor. Their journey through the Dead Marshes, well, it's more than just a physical challenge, right? It's like a descent into despair. The whole landscape is poisoned by Sauron's evil.
Yeah, it's oppressive. That landscape, it's almost a reflection of their own internal struggles, isn't it? The
Yeah.
ring, the constant threat of discovery, it all just weighs on them.
You're right. They're not just battling external forces. They're battling the psychological toll the ring takes. And the closer they get to Mordor, the heavier that burden becomes.
And Sam, poor Sam. He sees what it's doing to Frodo, but never gives up on him.
His loyalty is incredible, really. He's like Frodo's anchor, that reminder of goodness and light that still exists in the world. And even when things are at their darkest, Sam finds ways to, lighten the mood.
Oh, yeah. Like when he's trying to explain Oliphants to Gollum, it's hilarious. Such a welcome bit of humor in the middle of all that bleakness.
Exactly. It's a reminder of the Hobbit's enduring spirit, their ability to find joy even when facing, overwhelming darkness. It's part of what makes Tolkien such a brilliant writer, that balance.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, the danger never really goes away, does it? Lurking just beneath the surface. That close call with the Orc Patrol, that really amps up the tension.
Those moments of suspense are vital, though. They keep us on the edge of our seats. Remind us that one small mistake could be catastrophic.
No kidding. But even with all the danger and despair, there are these moments of beauty, too. Like when Frodo's sleeping and Sam's watching over him, and it's like a light is shining from within Frodo.
That's such a powerful image, and it's deliberate.
Yeah.
It symbolizes the good in Frodo, the light that the ring can't extinguish, hope, even in the face of darkness.
It's also a testament to Sam's love for Frodo. He sees that goodness, that light, and it gives him strength.
Absolutely. Their bond is truly special. It speaks to friendship, to loyalty, to the strength of the human spirit.
So they reach the Black Gate of Mordor, right? It's like this physical barrier, this representation of the impossible task ahead. No way, they're just walking through the main entrance.
The Black Gate, a symbol of Sauron's power, a challenge that Frodo and Sam have to face. It's a moment of truth.
Turn back or find another way, and that's where Gollum comes in, right?
Gollum, twisted, conflicted, but he knows the hidden paths, the secret ways into Mordor. Trusting him is a huge gamble, though.
Oh yeah, he's already betrayed them once. And his desire for the ring, it's always there, simmering under the surface. But what choice do they have?
It shows their desperation, their willingness to trust even the most unreliable ally, and it sets them on the path to Cirith Ungol, the place Faramir warned them against.
It's interesting, isn't it? Faramir, Boromir's brother, he's so different. Resisted the ring, showed real strength of character.
It's a good reminder that good and evil in Tolkien's world, it's complicated. Faramir, he's a man of honor. His encounter with Frodo and Sam, It gives us a deeper understanding of what's going on in Gondor.
And that warning about Cirith Ungol, it adds this sense of foreboding. Do not go to Cirith Ungol.
What?
Chilling.
Ungol, it's not just a dangerous passage. It's the lair of Shelob,
Yeah.
a monstrous spider descended from ancient evil.
Shelob, just the name gives me the creeps.
These primal fear, pure instinct and hunger. It adds a real element of horror to their journey, a reminder of what lurks in the shadows of Mordor.
And Frodo ignores the warning. Despite what Faramir said, he trusts Gollum, follows him into Cirith Ungol.
It's a turning point, a descent into even greater danger. Like Frodo's surrendering to fate, even if it leads to his doom.
He even says, if both paths lead to terror and death, what good lay in choice? It's heartbreaking. You can hear the resignation in his voice.
He's losing his resolve, the ring's influence growing stronger.
And it leads them straight to Shelob's lair, up those treacherous stairs, the tension building, and then Frodo, seemingly dead, lying there.
It's gut-wrenching, like all their fears have come true. For a moment, it seems like all hope is lost.
But Sam's reaction, it's incredible. Grief, rage, he just lashes out at Shelob. We haven't seen him like this before.
His love for Frodo transforms him. He's a warrior now, fighting to avenge his friend.
He wounds Shelob, but she's tough, retreats into her lair, and Sam, thinking Frodo's dead, makes a huge decision. He takes the ring.
Desperation and sacrifice. He thinks Frodo's gone, and the weight of the quest falls on him.
It's a heavy burden, but he's going to carry on, finish what Frodo started. But wait, there's a twist.
He overhears the orcs talking about Frodo. His friend is still alive.
There's still hope. Sam sets off to rescue Frodo, going deeper into Cirith Ungol. One hobbit on an impossible mission. So there we have it, Sam, heading deep into Cirith Ungol. What a moment, huh? I mean, we've seen him grow so much throughout these excerpts, from like this, this loyal gardener to a courageous adventurer. It's amazing.
Yeah, his transformation is really something. He's like the unsung hero, an ordinary guy thrust into this extraordinary situation, facing impossible odds but driven by love for his friend. Yeah. Tolkien really captures the strength you can find in the simplest of hearts,
Yeah, and here he is navigating this orc-infested tower, using his wits, a bit of luck. He's no Aragorn, not a warrior, but he's got a different kind of strength, right?
Oh, absolutely. Sam's strength is in his resilience, that unwavering determination. He adapts, he's resourceful, thinks on his feet. And these qualities, they're just as important as, brute force when you're facing adversity, maybe even more so.
Right. So he's going deeper into the tower, and he overhears these orc captains, Shagrat and Gorbag, arguing about Frodo. And they keep referring to this mysterious thing Frodo had with him. You can just hear the fear in their voices.
Yeah, it's like they don't even fully understand what the ring is, but they're still terrified of it.
Mm-hmm.
Underscores the power of the ring, Mm-hmm. It reminds us that the fate of all Middle-earth rests on this seemingly insignificant hobbit.
Right. Even Sauron's own minions, they're unnerved by it.
Right.
And then Shagrat says any prisoner is to be kept safe until he sends for them. Okay, that confirms it, right?
Oh, absolutely. Sauron knows. He's watching, waiting. The stakes just went through the roof.
Wow. So Sam's eavesdropping. It pays off. He learns Frodo's been stripped of his possessions, taken to the Tower of Cirith Ungol, but he's alive. At least that's something, right? A little glimmer of hope in this dark, scary place.
Yeah, and it fuels Sam's resolve. He's got a goal now. Get to the tower, rescue Frodo. But man, the challenges are still huge. Orc guards, the tower's defenses, and he's got to get Frodo out without being detected.
One hobbit against, basically an army of orcs. Seems impossible.
It does. But Sam, he perseveres. And you know what? He actually uses the orcs' own infighting to his advantage, sneaks past them while they're busy arguing and fighting amongst themselves, turns their weakness into an opportunity.
He's like a shadow, moving silently, swiftly, no longer that timid gardener from the Shire. He's become, something else entirely.
He's been tested, pushed to his limits, and it's revealed his true strength, the indomitable spirit of the hobbits, their resilience. It's incredible.
And then, bam, that moment of reunion. He finds Frodo. But he's not the same hobbit who left the Shire, is he?
No, he's not. Frodo's been through a lot. Weakened, poisoned by Shelob's venom. And the ring, its hold on him is tightened. It's a stark reminder of the cost of this quest, what it takes from those who carry the burden.
Barely clinging to life. But hey, he's alive. And for Sam, that's all that matters. Their friendship, man, it's powerful stuff.
It really is. And so that's where we leave them at the end of the Two Towers. Battered, weary, but still together. They're about to enter Mordor, the heart of Sauron's domain.
The story's not over yet, is it? It feels like even though we've covered so much, this is just the beginning.
It is, and it's been quite a journey, hasn't it? Heroism, despair, loyalty, betrayal, ancient forces awakening, the shadow of Mordor growing, the ring corrupting everything it touches.
We've seen what happens when the Fellowship breaks, how each member faces their own unique challenges. But even with all this turmoil, there's still that glimmer of hope.
Yeah, even in the darkest times, hope endures. It's what drives Frodo and Sam, what inspires Aragorn, what fuels the Ents.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into the Two Towers, we're left wondering, what's next? Will Frodo and Sam make it? Will the Fellowship reunite? Will good triumph over evil? Well, we'll have to wait for the return of the king to find out.
We will. But until then, I think it's important to remember, even the smallest person can change the course of the future.
Keep those lanterns lit, everyone. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll see you next time.